With Memorial Day this weekend and summer right around the corner, many of us are going to be headed to Buffalo's waterfront, and that's where you'll find the DL&W terminal that is still under construction.
The NFTA opened the Metro rail station there back in December, but there's still a lot of work to be done. And Daybreak's Natalie Foss has a closer look at what's ahead for the historic site.
It's a historic old building, and whenever you open something up like that, you find surprises for sure. But we've been making steady progress.
Since opening the DL&W train station to the public in December, the NFTA has been pushing ahead with several major projects to transform the historic waterfront landmark. But as crews continue restoration work, they've also run into some unexpected roadblocks along the way.
We found as we were doing the design for the project that it's actually two separate buildings. The first and second floor are not really necessarily connected. So what that left us with is a lot of seismic and wind structural improvements that we didn't anticipate. And
those structural issues contributed to delays and also came as the NFTA parted ways with developer Sam Savarino last November. In a pre-development agreement, Savarino had proposed turning the second floor into a year-round market with restaurants and a small grocery store. Now the NFTA says it's moving forward with its own plans to develop the space.
It's an active construction site. We finished the station back in December and opened it to the public, but because of a number of other construction projects, it's closed right now.
Among the most anticipated of those projects is the Sky Bridge that will connect the station to KeyBank Center, allowing fans to travel from the Metro train directly into the arena. They expect it to be completed in the spring of 2027. It's
a direct connection from the second floor of DL&W into the food court area in the back of the arena. So you'll come in, come right upstairs, and then the Sabres will be there taking your tickets just as you walk in. So it's going to be a fabulous, easy connection to the arena.
The next phase of the project also includes a new city viewing deck and stair tower, expected to open later this year. The space could eventually host events, green space, and even food trucks brought up by a special elevator.
People will be able to come up and see it in its kind of raw form, and then have a party on the outdoor deck. So we're excited about that, and then we're continuing to get ideas from everyone who comes up there about what's next.
The project also extends beyond the building itself. The NFTA is working to restore more than 1,200 feet of shoreline along the Buffalo River, while also moving the Empire State Trail and Riverwalk closer to the water.
So the Empire State Trail actually right now runs right on South Park. When we finish the shoreline, the Empire State Trail will be back on the Shoreline Trail over there. So we're shoring up the shoreline, adding some space for folks to walk and bike on that side.
I think the most exciting part about this visit was we finally have some dates of things that are going to be opening up, right? Like, first of all, the Sky Bridge has been very, very highly anticipated. That'll be coming, they say, in spring of 2027. So hopefully in time for some playoff hockey.
There you go.
And then they also have that Sky Deck. They want to open it up and start hosting events and things like that at end of August, early September. So it'll be nice to be able to kind of enjoy the end of our nice weather here. And then, of course, they'll be able to do some planning going into the winter as well.
What I'd love to see, and I don't know how you do this, but open up some sight lines to the water. Because you're walking on South Park, you have no idea that you're 50 feet from the river.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a wall. Opening that up somehow would be a great thing.
Well, and when you're up on that deck, going over to the left side, it's crazy. You can see Riverworks, you see the river, the water,
like
it's beautiful.
3 football fields. You have no idea there's that amount of space
Just
there.
a destination for people. I want restaurants and bathrooms in there, and maybe not sit-down restaurants, but some grab-and-go, some lunch spots, and something year-round so that folks can go and enjoy that historic space. But that connection to KeyBank Center so that folks can take the train, not have to even go outside and get right into KeyBank Center. That's going to be huge, but unfortunately, we have to wait a full year for that.
Well, and I think that's part of the idea too, is getting people up onto that Sky Deck at the end of the season this year, getting their ideas, having people, say this is what I'd like to see, or I'd like to see that, so that when they can continue to do that work on the second floor, it's more of a community thing instead of just 1 or 2 people.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
Yeah.
We want a place to hang out by the water, have a drink, have some food, and just enjoy one of our natural resources. So,
Natalie, thanks for that update.
Oh my gosh, of course.
All right, Patrick's up on the roof right now. What's going on? What do you want to see at the DL&W, my friend?
Well, first of all, I know what I want in a home. When a realtor goes, what do you want? Do you want 3 bedrooms? Do you want a 2-car garage? No, I want a Sky Deck.
You've got a Sky Deck, and you're standing on it right now.
That is very good point. I agree with you, Melissa. Bathrooms. That's what we need.
What we need. We don't ask for much.
That's all we need.